Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Wednesday. Holy cowabunga. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming on in. I'm Kelly Brickle, and this is the Psychic Hour, and we're going to be going into spiritual discussion, psychic experiences, and psychic readings later on. So hello, everybody coming on in. Hello, Stephanie, Aspen, Resnick, Marijuana, and Sunshine Girl. Hello, thank you for being here with me. In true fashion of opening up the topic of the day, I really wanted to highlight different energies that can help lift us up or give us insight with what we're moving through or what we're moving towards. And sometimes it's just experiences and people, and other times it's dreams, it's animal totems, crystals, and it makes us excited for vibrations that are with us. And I think that's important to talk about because a lot of times we're like, oh gosh, today is a weird day, a weird month, a weird year, and we don't like the energies particularly, or we want something to help move us through. And so we have to change our vibration. And sometimes we can have these amplified states with classes and people or an event, whether planned or unplanned, and that's nice. And other times we have to cultivate that for ourselves. And we go, how do we do that? And there's so many different ways to do it. There's always, whatever choice that you make, you are changing your vibration. The more we are just kind of coasting and we're not present, the more we're going to be at the mercy of that, or we're just going to kind of float to bit and go, oh, okay, well, that was nice, that was good. I wish I was, doing something better. And our vibration stays in the state of, I don't like this, or I guess this is how it's going. But you can always usher something in. And so I like to talk about the crystal aspect, or the guide aspect, or the animal totem aspect, because that is a way where we can experience internally and externally with just ourselves what really kind of does it for me, whether it's the color, whether it's the mineral, whether it is the vibration of a new guide coming in, or presentation of what the energy means. So I think that's kind of one of the funnest ways to change your vibration that isn't always done throughout the spiritual experience. Hello, Allison. Hello. And I say that because I think in the beginning, some of us really get into crystals, or some of us are really into guides. And then when we are within our own power and we understand that the spirit world can work with us at any time, we start to change the way that we do stuff. And we really put emphasis on the moment, or a basic spiritual practice. So I know I used to have crystals in my pocket with me, because I'd just be okay, this is my intention. This is the energy, sodalite for opening up the throat chakra and expression, and rose quartz for opening up the heart, maybe citrine for the solar plexus. Whatever you felt like, whether through the chakra or a stone you're excited about. I used to do that a lot, and it made me feel really good. And then as I went forward, I was like, I don't think I need a stone in my pocket anymore. I just don't need it. And then at various points over the years, I just be like, I feel like I need the stone today. I feel like I need this on me. I feel like I need to do this. And it could have been like, I need to do a guide meditation. I feel like I need to meditate with this spiritual totem or this energy. And so there's a reason why it works, and there's a reason why it touches our spirit. And really, the power does come from us and comes from something much greater than us. So we don't need the crystals. We don't need the trinkets. We don't need just one guide to show us and keep us strong throughout the entire reading. We don't need those, but all those things help in different ways. So some of the stones that I really like that give me good vibrations a lot are selenite. And I have it in my pocket right now because I've been really like just craving the energy. Ooh, my ring's stuck on it. There you go. And I have the black tourmaline, and these are some of my two favorites. It's kind of funny. It balances out, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. But I feel like this like amplifies, and it just makes me feel calm and hopeful. And the black tourmaline helps ground me, and I feel like it protects me. And it's not because I'm scared. It's just because I feel like it just gives me extra support. And anytime we're better taken care of, in whatever way that means to us, we're just a little bit stronger. So that's how it goes for me. And I'm just kind of like sharing some things. Another energy that's really important to me, and I encourage you to kind of think about what's important to you, is the energy of the rhino. This is one of my totems. This is a trollite rhino. I got really lucky finding this. I've been looking for a rhino for a long time. This is like trollite rhino, and trollite is it's a crystal. So it's naturally blue, and it can be blue and black or blue and gray, or even blue in like a cream color. And so this represents like tenacity and like fortitude. And so I like the rhino because even though they are really sturdy and big, and they will defend themselves when needed. I mean, look at these gorgeous horns. They're herbivores, so they're actually kind of docile in a lot of ways, but they're pretty aggressive and strong at the same time. So, and there's a lot more things that are cool about rhinos. And I have a dolphin back here, and they like to play. And I have an octopus. This actually is a crystal holder. Pop a crystal on it. I have some more trollite right here. Just pop. Doing a little show and tell, because why not? And then I have a turtle dragon over there, and that symbolized health and good fortune. Symbol of the turtle and the dragon together. I have a panther back there. My goodness, a lot of different. I have a lot of different things in here. You can only imagine. It looks very, very just white. But you can only imagine what's on the desk and what's back there. And I love this. This is one of my favorite stones. So it is. You could call it a red tiger's eye. You could call it an iron tiger. But this is a tiger's eye, but it has a bunch of hematite in it and more iron. So that's why it's very reddish. And this just has awesome energy. Just love holding it. It's just so beautiful too. It's just silvery red. I love silver and red. Those are some of my favorite colors. Okay, so it's whatever we need. And I'm just making sure this doesn't roll as I put it back down because I brought it out. But whether it's like something in the rough, I think this is rhodochrosite. I'm pretty sure this is rhodochrosite. I'm having a moment. Okay. Or again, gosh, I have so much trollite recently. Just like a good, just hand holder. whatever just does it for you. And the blues make me feel bright. I like the bright blues, and the reds make me feel really grounded, and the silvers make me feel grounded too, even though sometimes they can be very inspirational and like a feminine vibration. I find silver for me like an ethereal vibration, but everybody has slightly different feelings on what the colors do for them and to them. So these are some of the things that help maintain my vibration and put a smile upon my face. And I'm just sharing a part of myself with you, because sometimes you wonder, well, what's a person's energy like? And our energy is what we make it, and we're the limits of our imagination. And whether you have the most simplest lifestyle, you can smile if there's something that is heartfelt and meaningful to you that you just have within your house that helps maintain who you are and helps make you feel that life is beautiful. And within the spirit world, they're constantly reminding us that life is beautiful. So I would say to you, whether it's in a drawer or whether online you see something that lights up your heart, make sure that in one of your rooms or all of your rooms, it could just be in the corner of your room, that there's a couple of things that help lend to your vibration and make you feel like you. Whether it's the reminder of who you are from the past, if you need it, whether it's the maintenance of the power of who you are in the presence, or it's something that you are becoming, right? So I always didn't feel the energy of the rhino, but I put that in my life, and I didn't always feel the energy of the turtle dragon or the panther, but I put that into my life. And so however you need, wherever you need. Okay, so let's go into some questions, and then we're going to go into some readings, and let's do it. I really quick. Hey, Jennifer, it's great to see you. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's hard to do like 5 things at once, so I'm reading the comments right now. I was like handling things. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Aspen. Thank you. Thank you for thinking some of the things I have in here are cool. I really appreciate it. So Stephanie was talking about, I love Tiger's Eye, but I especially love that. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's natural red tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, variations of brown or gold tiger's eye. And then there's like the mixtures of all those. Oh, it's cool. I actually have some. I really do like tiger's eye. I have some tiger's eye right here too, like a more brownish, and it has the hematite swirling around too as well. And sometimes I just hold these for grounding. I really like them. Okay, so question is, energy and aura, is energy and the aura the same? Is that what you're asking? Is energy and the aura the same? Yeah, tiger's eye is very grounding and protective. I feel like it. I want to just kind of just hold it again. So I think this is what you're asking. Is energy and the aura the same? Everything is energy. Everything is energy. And then from there, we start going, okay, what is this? Okay, so the aura is its own separate thing. And the aura is really the life force energy that is emanating from a being. So spiritually, it is believed, and I feel this, that like we're all sovereign beings spiritually. And there is this energy that is far larger than just the one lifetime of us. And that energy is connected to the other side. That energy is connected to all of our past experiences, the people that we know, the lifetimes. When we go to sleep, we pop out of our body and we astral project, and we can go very many places. But the aura encompasses our life force energy, all of our lifetimes with who we are. So there's people that specialize in looking at different parts of the aura. So that's really fascinating with itself. But most times people just see color and feel emotions from the aura. It's far larger than that. But really, we all have our own section of energy, because we all are these sovereign beings. Okay, so it's like, as Kelly currently, with my aura, I'm connected to all things, sure, but the containment of my spirit, with how I'm being and personifying, it kind of stops here. Okay, kind of stops here, and you can feel that to a certain extent. And then if I meet you, like Stephanie, you're going to have an emanation of energy, and your energy is going to be a certain feeling and a certain size, and it can change. We're not just certain sizes, it's just the energy is constantly expressing itself in being, and it will mirror kind of sometimes how we come across. But everyone has their aura, and all living things have auras, and they have, these waves and particles of energy where it goes, the collection of this is me. And that's the best way I can really describe it. But I do believe even inanimate objects have a certain aura. It's not as lively, that there isn't as much energy in it, but it says it's kind of like the shape, the physical matter of the sphere is only so big. It's kind of like the energy of us is only kind of so much in this physical matter, even though we are so expansive. So it gets very technical. It's very interesting. So there's another watching. Thanks, Michael Christopher. Hey, what's up? We're gonna figure out when to have him jump on and do some readings one of these days. You should do a show on your collection of crystals. Well, I kind of did it today a little bit, but yeah, there's some way more fun stuff I could share. It's just a matter of how many people really want to see crystals. If you all want to see crystals, I'll do a show on crystals and I'll talk way more about it. Definitely. I did a couple years ago, not a couple years ago, like during the pandemic, like 4 years ago, I did a show on crystals. It's just about an hour tidbit about like the healing properties of crystals. And I did a little bit of show and tell on that. It's on YouTube somewhere. I didn't have a channel yet. I didn't have an active channel yet, but if you type it in, you can find it. All right, so Sunshine Girl, I have a question because it's been confusing me lately. I think my higher self sends messages, but I'm confused. Absolutely, absolutely. Like, we are all spirits. We are all spirits. Anything with a life force is spirit. So on the other side, spirit, but they're not incarnate. They're not on the earth. They're not living a lifetime on the earth. They haven't incarnated. They're on the other side, either helping us or they've passed. Spirit grandparents, they were here, but now they've passed. But we actively acknowledge them as spirit, but everybody on earth is a spirit choosing to have a lifetime here. Everybody walking the earth has gone, hey, I'm going to do this right now. I could be doing anything, but I'm here on earth right now. Whether I know why I'm here or I don't know I'm here, I'm going to be living life at this point in the universe. And so we're so much bigger than this one lifetime. So you can get yearnings, reminders from a part of yourself saying, hey, don't you remember? Or, hey, this is a better idea. Or, hey, this or hey, that. And it's because you have so much more knowledge than just this lifetime. So a part of you that has experienced another type of lifetimes sometimes can peek up and say, hey, actually, I'm going to give you this bit of information. And you're going to be like, how did I know that? And it's because your energy is flexible enough to know that, and your energy has experienced that. So a lot of times when we sit and we meditate, we can access parts of ourselves. We can access parts of ourselves. And sometimes a guide will help us unlock the remembrance of that area, or sometimes we don't have access to certain parts of energy and we do need help. But a lot of times you'd be surprised, it's us talking to ourselves. And sometimes it's, our guides, sometimes it's our loved ones, sometimes I believe in angels, sometimes it's maybe even angel. So it just really depends. But it's going to feel like a part of you. And it's going to feel like the inside of your head is talking to you, or it's going to feel like your crown chakra, where it's not a spirit coming into your awareness of floating above you. It's, oh, it feels like me, but it feels higher. Why do I feel like I'm sitting up here? And you're collecting energy from an experience that's not of this lifetime. So it's just different parts of your energy are being stimulated. So yes, that's very much a thing. Absolutely. He said, is there any way we can develop the ability to see other people's auras? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know I talk about this a lot, and it's so true. You have to believe you can see it. You have to believe you can see it. That doesn't mean you're going to see it just because you believe it, but it's sure going to help. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes that's 90% of it. Everybody can see auras. It's just everybody has been, how can I put it? Everybody can see auras, but the vast majority of us have been told that's not a thing and don't look there. And if, you look there, you're supposed to see this, not that. So if you tell yourself that you can see that, and that is a reality, so if it's present, you'll be able to notice it, then you'd be surprised what happens. And there's a subtlety sometimes with it, especially when you're first seeing it. There's a subtlety. Sometimes there's fantastic experiences and you're like, oh my gosh, what is that? I see a color, right? But there's a subtlety most times. And you have to acknowledge the subtleties. So if you think you see a lime green around a person, or a yellow or a purple, say, okay, I see a lime green, a purple, a yellow. I'm still learning about why, and I'm not going to overthink it because I don't know the why. But I see it. So even if you're not sure what it is, acknowledge that you see it. Even if you think that possibly it's not even real, acknowledge you see it. You can say, I'm not sure about this with my physical eyes, but there is a part of me that sees this, and you acknowledge that, and that will strengthen. But yeah, seeing auras is a real thing. I taught myself how to see auras, and I mean, anyone that I'm around, I can show you how to do it too. That's how much belief I have, and that's how easy I think it is. You have to have somebody that kind of shows you sometimes, go look here, or you have to practice with how you see the colors and how you see the energy. So someone could guide you and make it go a ton faster. But within yourself, as you're developing, as soon as you see something, acknowledge it's real. And again, sometimes you're not going to know the who, what, where, when, why. This is about you just acknowledging energy, and then call out loud to yourself. You could say even just in your mind, but I encourage you to say in physical reality, hey, I see green. Right now, I'm still learning about it. I see blue, and so forth and so forth. And my favorite place to practice was always the bathroom, because you can do that at any time, any way. You could be taking a break and no one's around you. And you just put up your hand and you go, what do I see around my hand? What do I see? And there's a lot of energy in our hands. It's one of the easiest places to see the aura. And most people think, oh, I should look around someone's head or the whole body. Pick an area that you'll look at. So pick an area in the mirror, and you'll look around the head, sure, maybe the shoulders, maybe the heart, but the hand is a really, really excellent place to practice seeing the aura. And yeah, I could go into a lot of it, but that is some very helpful information off the top. All right. Hello, Angela. Hello, Myra. Hello. So maybe we'll take one more question and then we'll go into readings. This is kind of like a fun, more leisurely, upbeat show. Okay? Absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. I think we have strengths and weaknesses, though, to be honest. You're horrible at palmistry. I'm not great at palmistry either. But I mean, within everything, you really have to put attention and focus on it. You really have to put attention and focus on it, and we can't do that with everything. I got some Gemini energy in me, so I like to bounce around. It keeps my head busy. So I know a couple of things here and there, that's for sure. But we can't possibly do it all. Like I've studied palmistry before. I know concepts. I understand how people can get things, but that's not my specialty. And with what we're working on, you gotta like it. It has to make you excited, or you have to like feel like you have a knack for it. You have to feel like you have a knack for it. Like either the energy gets you and you get the energy, or you're just so excited while you're doing it that it fills you up with life. There has to be a life force through what you're doing. So you find what it is. But there's crossovers in so much stuff. There really are. Once you get the energy going, like the palmistry will open up the energy, like the numerology will, and card reading will, and other modalities will. But when we have a really strong blend and we're going with that energy, that's when the psychic mediumship open up. So it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as it's accurate and honest and authentic. Good afternoon. Hey, what's up, Jennifer? It's great to see you. Melanie, hello. Yes. Never say never. It's true. Never say never, especially if you want to do something. Okay. So any more questions about psychic energy or your development or any experiences that you had before we go into readings? I'm going to take one more if anyone has them. And let's see, Sunshine, I can become better. we really can only do so much. That's true. I mean, it's funny because when you get really excited about how everything has meaning, and with like psychic and mediumship work, if you're a reader, now every moment and experience has an energy behind it that you can learn about, and you can go, oh, now I know the energy of let's say working a hot dog stand, or now I know the energy of if someone works at a crystal shop, or now I know the energy of if someone passed in this way. Now I know the energy if someone is lonely or sad, and you get all these different reference points, and you have a reverence for so many things that people experience because they all have an energy signature. A part of you, depends on the personality of the intuitive, but a part of you goes, wow, I can learn about anything. And that's so cool, and that's so cool, and this is possible, and that's possible. And how do I feel this into this energy, and how do I do that? And it can become overwhelming if you are very, very excited with that. Hello, hello, hello. Oh yeah, I have an M on both of my palms. So that's something I want to talk about. I'm I hate to bring some like logic to the situation, but look, everyone has M's on their palms. Look, I have M's. I gotta show you my. See, everyone has an M. It's a formation that is a very just natural pattern on the human palm. But it's really nice. It's a really beautiful one. I know a lot of people I've heard say like an N means that you're protected by Archangel Michael, or that there's spiritual power. And why can't we all be protected, right? But everyone has an M. The only time I haven't seen someone have an M is if there's just a short little break, but they still have that M, or if there's like a scar or something, but they still have an M. It's really, really interesting. You know that. Okay, I love it. A lot of people don't. So that's why I like to share that one. But you brought it up for a reason. I love it. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's go into readings. On another show, I'm going to get more into, I think, like stories and just fooling around. I love it. I love it. Well, the reason I say that is because one time I was at this conference and somebody was talking about that. And it's been talked about more than once. I've seen speakers talk about that at conferences. And the whole room was gasping because they believed or they didn't know. That was very fascinating. So when I was in the audience seeing that, I was just like, oh, people don't know. I'm gonna talk about this if ever it comes up. It's kind of funny. Okay. All right, this is the last question before we go into a reading. How do you know when to open up your gifts? Okay, well, that's a great question. I love it. There's no time. There's no time that is a good time, or there's no one size fits all within spiritual work. It's just when you feel like you're thinking about it, that showcases that your energy is ready to do something with it. If your mind, you find you're driving, or if you find that you're out somewhere and your mind thinks to spirit or thinks to, I want to understand myself more, or if I want to understand people more, if I want to help heal, I want to take a class, I want to explore this part of myself, that means that your energy is naturally opening up. So allow it to. Now, something that happens frequently within spiritual development is whether it is during or right before, since your energy is changing, so it will be like releasing, is sometimes there will be an event where you'll go, oh my gosh, I want to work on my intuitive nature, but all of a sudden now I have this on my plate, now I have that on my plate. And so spirit always kind of nurtures you, like, okay, are you still going to focus on this while you have this going on within your life? What are you going now? You got the calling, it's important to you, you want to do something with it. Now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, even if, let's say, life makes it a little bit difficult? So a lot of people go through that, whether it's in the beginning of their journey, the middle, or as they're developing. Spirit will always say, how can you focus and stick with it despite all the other things happening? And that's really the true spiritual life, because the most advanced people have figured out a way to integrate it no matter what. Whether they are struggling and go, oh, this is difficult, but in order for me to be myself within this work, I have to make more space, I have to let more things go, I have to change my vibration. So you will find that your vibration will be changing, and because of that, new things will be happening. So stay focused, keep returning to what's important within your heart. Okay, so Melanie, it's a time to open up if you're thinking about it, and just keep making sure that you go back to moments, and being distracted is a very, very normal thing. And I would say move past it, and keep on the journey. That's what I have to say. I guess the last thing I want to say is a more, I think, helpful thing, I guess, within the vein of my own reference, is the way I knew it was time to work on my spiritual gifts is because I would be around people and I would experience things and I'd be like, what the heck is going on? So I would hear a word inside my brain, and then the person would say the word, or I would just feel what they're feeling, and then they start talking about their day or what they've been going through. And I just go, there's too many coincidences. So, and I'm already curious within this stuff, so might as well then just do something about it, because this is getting weird. Okay, so if you're having enough experiences and occurrences, go do something about it. It's time. And you'll have a lot of fun with other people who believe and acknowledge that what you're experiencing is real. And it's great, because it shouldn't just be kept inside of you. It should be acknowledged as real, just like everybody can do it. Okay. Everybody can do this work if they want to do this work. And when it's bubbling up inside of you, it is time to acknowledge that part of reality. Okay. So we're growing. Hello, Dana. Hello, Arlene. It's great to see you, Arlene. Hello, Cheyenne. Okay, so let's open up the space for readings. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for just talking with me for a little bit. Sometimes it's just nice to talk, right? As long as we are acknowledging the existence of the spirit world and the soul, there's a lot to be done, not just readings. This work is not just about readings. Readings are beautiful, though. They really are. Okay, so pop down your question. If you want a general, pop down that you'd like a general. We're going to be doing psychic readings today, so we're looking at your life. And you can put, it's a psychic modality. You can put down your birth date too. Whatever you feel comfortable with or you would like me to look at, that's how I will go into your energy. So I'll be talking about what I see, what I feel. I might be talking about the numbers if you pop down your numbers. And I might be pulling a card too. I have my deck, a little homemade deck. I'm always tempted to pick. I'm always tempted to read on the show to read from like a nicer, just prettier deck. But I just gotta just go with what you gravitate to, and I just gravitate to these index cards that I've made. So there we go. So your message won't look pretty, but it'll be meaningful. All right. Okay. So let me jump to it. Hello, pop down your question. Arlene, I know I'll come to you next. I know that you wanted some insight, so I'll go to you. I'm gonna go to Dana. I'm gonna go to Dana, and then I'm gonna go to Arlene. So let me know if everybody, when I say I'm gonna go to you, let me know that you're here with me, because that helps me to know if you're present, and we go from there. So Dana, if you're in the house, let me know. And if you understand what I'm saying, thank you, Dana. If you understand what I'm saying, let me know, yes, no. It just helps to make sure that I'm in your energy, okay? So you wanted to know about your job, okay? Could really use some insight on my job. Okay. All right, let's go into it. Let's look into it. Okay, so Dana, I got some cards that are indicating kind of the energy of what's going on here a little bit. And when I look into your energy, what I see is there's like an eagerness. So there's an eagerness, and there's so much of an eagerness that sometimes you overlook kind of what your needs are at times. Okay. Sometimes when we have such a big heart, or sometimes when we have, like, let's say, a nervousness because we are so ready, or we're so wanting and so helping, there is, I'm on a time crunch. All right, I'll make this quick. I appreciate that. So when we have an eagerness about us, sometimes it's very baked within the message. Oh, you're on time crunch due to a move because of the job. Okay, so got it. You're so funny. I understand. Okay, so what happens is we'll try to push the energy. When really we have to have a naturalness about the energy. We have a naturalness of, wow, I interviewed at this place and I like the energy. I feel something good about this company. I feel something good about this person. So there has to be energetic connections, okay? And I'm feeling the energy of, and I got the card. It's a very simple card, but pushing yourself too much, but having an open heart. And there's a lot of changes around you where it is making you hard to focus on multiple areas within your life, and you're kind of just surviving a little bit. You're saying, "No, let me get this check going and let me kind of check the boxes so I can relax." And really, it's like relaxing first so you can actually associate and ground and actually feel into what you are aligning your energy with, because they're letting you know you're going too fast. You're pushing it, so you're not going to get something you actually like. um and be really careful about that, or you're not going to get responses and you're wondering why not, well, this should be working. So there's an urgency, and really there needs to be a gentleness, and there needs to be self-care first. Okay, so um what I would like is like sleeping schedule, like having a morning routine, having a little bit more peace within the morning. And once you've done things within your day to feel like, okay, that's when you put your energy out online and go, I'm going to submit my resumes, because my energy now going out is feeling calm to the recruiters. It's feeling focused to the recruiters. It's feeling bright. Okay. So there needs to be an energetic change. Okay. Yeah. And it feels like, you said that you're rushing because of the move, but there's like rushing in the morning. And it just feels like there's like so much burden. It just feels like there's so much burden, and there doesn't have to be. Of course, when we are living life a certain way, we kind of don't know anything else until we stop and we change our habits. And so that's why I'm encouraging you to stop and change your habits so you can go about things in a way that serves you and heals you rather than stresses you out, because this job looking is doing more stress. And I feel like you get a better position if your eyes were bright and your brain was not so stressed out, because I feel like very foggy. I feel very foggy and anxious. Okay, so you have time because you're between periods to change. And so that doesn't mean we go out and say, how's the job going to change me? That means I have a little bit of extra time to change my energy. And so let me take care of myself and pivot so I can let the next job that I choose support me for the better. Okay. Do you see a job lined up before the move? Um, um, can you give me your month and your day, Dana? Can you give me your month and your day? Because I feel just very crunched. I feel very crunched. And if you don't have to, but okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel very crunched and constricted. So if you could get a job, but I mean, I just don't feel like it's going to be the best fit. And if you're just like, well, I just need a little something to get by, then great. I feel like you could get something. But I would almost be like, just go for something really simple in the meantime. Just go for something really simple in the meantime. You have a brain that always likes to be busy, and you can't really sit still. And I encourage you to, if you really want to have something as you're transitioning with not a lot of hours. That will give you just a little bit, and will give you freedom and flexibility to really redirect, because I just feel like your energy changing is more important than you changing with a job right now. I feel like you're going into a new and more open era. Do you understand, like, that you'll be moving someplace that is not as crowded? I feel like I'm it's like something more rural, or there's just a lot more like the houses have a lot more spaces, so there's a lot more like bigger lots, bigger backyard. Yes, okay, so you understand. So thank you for understanding that. So there's going to be a change in your energy, because there's a change in your environment, and it's inviting you to kind of like sit down and smell the roses and be appreciative and not to have things so fast paced. Okay. So if you need something in the time being, I don't feel any harm in it, but do not load up your hours. Just do what you need to do to get by in the moment. And I could see that coming to you if you want it, but do you really want it? And don't answer that from anxiety. Okay, please. Answer that from your soul. Okay. So, because I feel like money is important. Money is very important, but I feel like you don't absolutely need something to be strapped to something before you move. And if, like I said, if you do, it's just something that will help get you by. So it's like, don't burden yourself any more than you have to. Our energy is more valuable than just a couple of extra dollars. Sometimes our health is more valuable too. Our sense of clarity and peace is more valuable. And the move is going to help return you to that. You said you don't need it, right? No, but we said no, but I need it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to move. Well, possibly. I feel, yeah, but there's so many changes right now. There's so many changes right now. It's like if you need it, you don't have to do a full time to help get you by to the next part. I feel like when you get to the move, when you move to your house, your new house, that's going to take care of the things for you with that new job. I feel like you'll find a new job. You're going to be fine. You're going to fit in. It's going to be something local. You'll be fine. Right now, as you're moving, you don't need to burden yourself quite the same way. That's what I'm saying. Focus on just being healthy and making this move transition. I'm just going to keep saying it like that, okay? There's survival, but then there's also making sure, like, that we have our sense of peace as we're transitioning to the next part. I'm just going to keep saying it. Okay. Part-time to survive if you have to. Absolutely. That makes sense. Full-time. Please do not burden yourself at this point. Let's see. I'm going to look at one more thing. And so your attitude 5, you're in a cycle of 4. And so this is a great year. So I'm looking at your numerology, and I'm really telling you, don't worry about the job situation with finding a good job. I'm gonna keep saying it again. It's just like there's pockets of time. Everything's gonna happen. Anytime I see somebody is in a cycle of 4, and you're in a cycle of 4, that is ding, 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 the year of you have opportunity through jobs. That's this year, next year, it's prime real estate for job looking. It's basically saying my energy needs to do something differently. How I'm going to do that? And then other people's energy goes, oh, you need something? Well, I magnetically feel drawn to you because it's like I have something, and it's like the universe just opens up to take you where you need to go. So your energy is very much in line to find a job very easily. Okay. But sometimes when we're already having a transition, they'll be like, hey, hold on just a second. You're going to get what you need. Everything's fine. It's just hold on just a second. Okay. So that's what I'm going to continue to give to you is don't stress yourself out. Don't make yourself nervous. Everything is on time. Everything is working itself out. Take your pockets of rest in however creative way that you can. Don't overburden yourself. Do what you have to do to survive, but don't overburden yourself. Okay? And sometimes what we need to survive is not working ourselves to the bone because we think we have to be in survival mode. It's I do a little bit, I get by, I'm provided for. I'm just gonna keep saying it like that. Okay. All right. So Arlene, are you in the house? Lots of love to you, Dana Marie. Lots of love. Are you in the house, Arlene? I know you had a question, girl. Oh, she's here. Oh, just when I thought she wasn't there. Okay, Arlene, I'm here. I would love some insight into my financials from our farm/healing center. Thank you so much. I teach a class in 50. Oh gosh. Wow. Okay, so glad you popped up. Let's catch up. Yes, let's do it. Oh, Arlene, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'd be honored. I'd be honored. Okay. So, you want to look into some financials. Okay. Arlene, can you give me your every time someone asks me financials, I always look at numerology, numbers for numbers. Arlene, can you give me your month and your day, please? Can you give me your month? Wow, a lot of people are asking my financials. Okay, let's do this as a financial show. Just got another financial question. Arlene, give me your month and your day. Because you're asking about financial. Thank you. So are you? Yeah, you're December. Okay, thank you. All right, December 15th. So you're an attitude 9. Love that. That makes sense with what I know of you. I've never done your numerology, so I don't know any of this. Let's see. So you're in a cycle of 8. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, let me just look at one more thing because you probably want an answer for something coming up. Bear with me, Arlene. I'm going to give you what you're looking for. Hold on. Cycle. You're in a cycle of 8 and you're in a month of I'm just going to do for June because we have June coming up. You're in a month of okay. Okay. So just heads up. So this upcoming month is going to be a little bombastic. Okay, you might already have the energy for that right now. I feel like earlier this month it was like a good time to plan. You're like, okay, I have my ducks in a row. Let's go into the next phase. Let's go into the next phase. But this upcoming month, so that's June, things are going to be too busy to kind of get a hold on things. Okay, so make your efforts, do your work, do the little things that you can to get things in order, but it's going to be a lot. You're going to have a little bit of a breather again to look at your responsibilities in this capacity next month, the following in July. So July, August, September, you're going to look at things and feel like, okay, we have the plan. We have the plan. And that's really going to come into September. Okay. That's going to really come into September, much more the plan. August and September. Okay. So things start moving out of the gate around later going on at end of the year. So we're looking into October. Okay. I do think the money situation will even itself out later in the year where you have everything in flow, where everything makes sense and like I keep wanting to say everything needs to be in order. So it's like new accounts need to happen, new goals, certain things need to be hitting. Okay, and certain partnerships need to be happening, and I feel like that is coming into effect. Just keep reaching out to people and keep planning for next year as well as this year, but don't expect everything to be happening where you feel like it looks good on paper just yet. You're in the building phase. You're in the building phase. So October looks really good where you start to see the fruitation of things. Okay. October is we see the fruit. September is more we are solidifying, but it's like good. Okay. So you can understand some of these things. So I don't really see a problem. I feel like you need to relax and trust and continue to do the work and continue to do the bare bones, and it's like the money will show up. The money will show up. It won't feel like it's enough sometimes, but it will be just getting by, and then it will compound and compound and compound. But you need to just continue to show up and you will get dropped the right amount, and you'll be like, okay, this makes sense. It didn't look like it made sense. I wish it would make sense when I start, not at the very end when I'm freaking out, but it will all come together during and at the end right on time. And it will seem like I'm a couple short here. I don't have enough there. It will even out. Okay. It will even out. But yeah, hang on. October is, 4 months from now, actually. It's 4 months from now. So just keep it strong. And really the last thing I'm going to say, because I know you have to go, is in August, there's going to be a drop in energy. Okay, in August, there's going to be a drop in energy, and this is where you're going to be planning, and this is where you're going to be tonifying, this is where you're going to be connecting dots. So just because there's a drop in energy in August and you're just like, my gosh, it's the summer, I think I would have more people. Like, why don't, it's not a collapse. It's for you to take a pause and tighten everything up. And then as long as you believe and trust and do the work, and like I said, just breathe, and a lot of self-care in August, a lot of focus and self-care and tenacity in August. Boom, September. Boom, October. Boom, into next year. Okay, just you gotta breathe, and you gotta go slow, and you gotta trust, and I'm gonna give you that. Yeah, it's the stress is going to, you're gonna have to learn the self-care and trusting, and you're going to have to get more help integrated, and that's going to come into play, understanding how to have help more when you reach October. A lot of this is you kind of leading and figuring out how to get the help, and you haven't gotten that integrated yet, and you will. October is easier energy, easier flow, feeling like you have the energy and understanding the vision. Right now, it's kind of like, I know what I want to do, but my goodness, does it feel like there's a lot of stuff up in the air. So it's going to calm down. It's going to calm down. Just continue, breathe, self-care, trust. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Okay. And the fur babies are going to help you. The fur babies are going to help you. Okay. So lots of love, and thank you so much again, Arlene. And if you have a question, pop it down. But I'm going to pop on out to the next person, and have a fantastic class. I'm rooting for you. All right. Big hugs from Melanie. Thank you so much. Okay. So Trinu. I hope I'm saying the name right. Trinu. Hey, Myra. Trinu. So you're looking into your financials. Okay, might as well be in the theme of financials. We're talking a lot about it. And then you gave me your birth date. Thank you so much. So June 16th. All right, Trinu, are you with us? I'm just making sure. So attitude 4, personal day 7. Life path 8. Ooh, let me just double check. Yep. All right. Okay, cool. You're with me. Awesome. So this is great. Anytime I see somebody with a life path 8, it's like clockwork. I always have to tell them, hey, you have to be in a position of management or entrepreneurship. 8s do not like authority. 8s want to have power and responsibility, or they have flexibility to be themselves, or they're guiding other people, or they're guiding the excellence of a project. Okay, so because of this, things need to be in order. Because of this, and 8 is a very money-based frequency, vibration. Okay, so you're asking about money, and I see that you're a life path 8, and 8 is all about the truth of how you live your life. And so 8 is, if you reap you will bear the fruits. If you do the hard work, your harvest will be strong. 8 is physical energy, and your life is all about making sure that you are diligent and making sure that you understand and you catch what needs to be changed and fixed so that you can acquire something better and step up in that responsibility. So what I say to all the 8s is make sure that you are in charge of your health, since it's such a physical number. If you are having a healthy routine, if you are having healthy food, if you are having a healthy mindset, if you are taking care of anything that needs to change within your body, in your immune system, you will have the energy to get things done and to make money. Okay, so that needs to be strong for you to have what you need. And you are a very cerebral person, so you're very smart. And sometimes when we're so cerebral, we're not taking care of our body. So since you are an 8, you have to make sure that you are going for walks, that you are stretching, that you are remembering to eat, that you are getting to bed on time. You have to make those parts of you strong. Your mind will be stronger for it. And the way that you get about things will be too. Okay, because right now your energy load is not so great, and thus, you're kind of you're wanting more, but you're tired. You're wanting more, but you're tired. So you have to continue to transform your energy load, and this is so important. And I'm saying it in this way because you are a life path 8. Okay, so get structured, get strong, have your routine. I'm saying that for a couple people today, but for you, I'm saying it really the strongest. Let me look at this for a second. You are in a cycle of 3. So this is a very good time to expand your horizons and to look at things differently within life. Since you are in a cycle of 3 this year, this is all about taking new classes, meeting new people, having other people show you through their life what makes their life so great, so you can go, oh, I like this. Let me add this into my life. Oh, I've never seen that perspective before. Wow, that's an easier way to do this. That's an easier way to do that. Okay. So use people around you and the experiences around you to better your life. And you can't stay in your house. And you can't stay in your house to have those experiences. And it's really best amplified when it's in person. So online courses I'm a big fan of, and I would promote. There's a lot of free online courses, and there's a lot of free resources in person too. Whatever you can, diversify, because there's a strategy that you just haven't been exposed to, but you have to get outside and shake up your routine. Okay, so there's that. And then the last thing I'm going to say is this is the energy for changing. This is the energy for changing and to not being so hard on yourself. Okay, so I know this is going to sound weird, but you need to actually take better care of yourself, have a little bit more fun, redistribute the energy within your body so your body's not so stiff and you're not so stressed, because your body is very stiff. And you're going to shake off and loosen the energy of the past, and that's going to calibrate you and have you to be ready for next year. So next year, you're going to be in a 4. That's very good for your energy. You have a lot of numbers compatible with 4. And the 4 is changing job direction, changing like job promotion. It's all in that sphere. But there is a change that helps support your financials. But in order to be offered things, in order for people to see you in a certain way and for you to understand what's truly out there as an opportunity, you have to go out there and shake out up your energy and do things differently. So the number one thing I'm going to say to you, Trinu, is take care of yourself, get outside of the house, meet new people, get new perspectives. People look at your energy and they feel certain things from you. And because of that, they're more likely to see you, respond to you in different ways. Well, you want more money. You want to somebody to give you the opportunity. It's time to even out your energy, let go of the past, brighten your energy, strengthen your energy, heal yourself, be good to yourself. And people will go, oh, I like your energy. Let me give you this opportunity. Let me give you that opportunity. Okay? So that is what's going to attract you wealth. This year is a change year. Okay? Next year is different job energy. Go take it, but get ready for it. Okay, so Trinu, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. When I talk to people with financials, sometimes it is about changing a job. Sometimes it's about understanding that there's ease coming in a certain time from help with family and friends. And other times it's we are the ones that are manifesting the money, and we got to change our energy. We got to do things a completely different way. And sometimes we're doing enough, but we're not taking care of ourselves. So how can we possibly get more if we don't have any energy to begin with? So financials are very, very interesting that way. Okay. Thank you so much. And yes, it did. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Thank you for understanding how that applies. Okay. Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Really need that reminder. It's true. I had to remind myself that as well. Lorraine, I appreciate it. Let's look into your energy, Lorraine. Let's see. There's a lot of things within my life that I go, why am I not doing this? Because my energy is focused on this and that and that. We only have so much time, but there comes a time where we have to go, no, I need this for my own survival, and I need this because what am I thinking? And we have to make that space for ourselves. And that's why we can't be stressing ourselves out and going on to the next thing and go the next thing and the next thing. We have to take care of ourselves and make space for ourselves. Okay. Let's see. So you, Lorraine, you are an attitude 1. You are personal day 2. And you are a life path 5. Cool. Yep, that's right. And then you are in a cycle of 4. You're in a cycle of 4. No, you are not. This is why my brain likes to dart around. You are in a cycle of 9. This is why I gotta concentrate. Okay, so Lorraine, this is a year, if you can understand this, where it's just been going so quickly and there has been change implemented, but it's not fully actualizing because it's like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. But you feel different and there's new perspectives and spiritual epiphanies happening. And so I love cycle 9s for this reason, because it basically closes chapters within ourselves where we actually we feel different, we feel changed, we feel like, wow, okay, I'm becoming this now and I can let go. And people around me are changing with me, even though I'm leading the change, but they're responding to the things that I'm asking for. And my needs are being listened to in a different way. Maybe not always a slam dunk, but I see things are moving. So continue to usher in those intentions because they amplify for the next year. You'll be in the cycle of 1, and that is prime motivation, prime change, prime new energy. So you're wrapping up your 9-year cycle right now, Lorraine. I'm going to give that to you. You are an attitude 1. So once you put your mind to something, it's getting done. Once you put your mind to something, it's getting done. You're very certain within the things that you go after. There is a gentleness to your approach, though. But you are a wild child if you have to be. Okay, so you have a multifaceted personality, but the main part of who you are is I can't be stopped and I have to go after what I need to go after. I will try to be kind, I will try to be gentle, but I have to go where my heart tells me that I need to go. Lorraine, you're saying, will I be successful? Will I be in a successful relationship this year? This year is about endings. This year is about endings. So we talked about it. You're changing. Things are coming to a close. That means there's realizations, there's ahas, there's, like I said, there's spiritual epiphanies. And so in order for us to usher in a successful relationship, because we can be in relationships at any time. Are they good ones? Are they the right fit? And you're saying, what do I need to have a successful relationship, or what will I be in one? And right now it's about acknowledging everything that has happened before and saying, now I believe I can have this. Before I wanted it, but I was just like, where is that person? You just got to get what you got to get sometimes. No, you're in a place where you can look at things and go, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I'm done dealing with this. I'm putting my foot down. So there has to be a little bit of space made to really understand how you're going to put your foot down. And your space cultivated so you feel like you don't exactly need that right away. Absolutely. So, to answer you, the energy for finding a relationship is really good the next 3 years. Um, let's see, we got 6 months. We got 6 months to go for this year. I definitely feel like you have options open to you within dating, but really don't rush it, and really get your values really strong and saying, I'm looking for this right now. I'm looking for this right now. If you want to, talk, if you want to hang out or something, that's cool, but I'm going to move it right along because I know what I want. So, the rest of the year is really getting strong and feeling like I got a change coming up, and I am that change. I'm the change, and that's why everything's going to revolve around me. I'm the sun. As soon as I change, it's like the planets gravitate to me, and then I get to choose which one I want. Okay, but you and your lights and your needs, how you go about that's changing. So give yourself some time and space for that. But next year is going to be really good for that new energy. And then in 2 years, so like a year and a half at this point, you're in the energy of love. You're in your love cycle of what does love really mean to you, and all the emotions and the gushy stuff comes up for the healing and the recalibrating of what exactly do you need to have that fulfilled. So that energy comes up really strong in a year and a half. And then in 2.5 years, you're going to hit a fantastic social boom. So you're in a really good energy to find an excellent, positive, growth based healing relationship. And again, in a positive sense, in a successful sense. The energy is all there, and it's coming up within a year and a half. Okay, it's coming up within a year and a half. It's going to be really strong around that 3-year mark. I'm going to give it to you like that. It's coming up. So do the work. Give yourself about 6-7 months, and the prospects are going to get a lot better. And then it's going to hit. You're going to date a little here and there, and it's going to hit. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for understanding what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. So I appreciate it. Lots of love to you, Lorraine. Okay. All right. Let's take a quick one. Oh, cool. I didn't see this before. Arlene, absolutely. Yeah, you got a little numerology mini. Numerology is so fun. Helps you dive in really quick sometimes. That's why I like it. Jennifer. Jennifer, are you still with us, Jennifer? Jennifer S. Lee? Are you still with me? I don't know if you are. If you are, I'm gonna Jennifer S. Lee, are you still with me? Cool. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sunshine Girl. Beaming the love right back to you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so, all right, you're asking about career. Let me go back to your number. I just undid your numbers. Where the heck are they? Where have they gone? I swear, I make the simplest things hard sometimes. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe there's a reason why I can't find it. Maybe I just have to feel into it and not look at the numbers. Okay. All right. Oh, I just found them and then I abandoned ship. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. All right. So let's look into it. So you're 311. No, you're 3-1. You're 3-1. Okay. So attitude 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Personal diet 1. That makes sense. And you are like that 2. That makes sense. That's awesome. Okay. So, all right. And then you are in a cycle up. Cycles, so when we're looking at financials or jobs, cycles are what you're going to be looking at. Cycle is the most important thing. So I'm looking at her cycle and okay, good. So the nice thing about your cycle right now is you're in a 1. And so this is refreshed energy. It means you need something different. You knew that last year very strongly. And it's about making sure you get something different, and it's in alignment for you feeling like, okay, I get to do this now. So you have an attitude 4. So attitude 4s crave routine. They like structure. And 1s, they're very like cerebral and logical at times if there's 4s and 1s together, which you are. But the 1 is all about innovation. It's all about fire. So you have to ignite something within you that dares to dream a little bit. If you can do it, 100%, cool. If you can do it 50%, okay. You're like, am I in the quit my job cycle yet? Yeah, actually, yes. You're in the energy of you need to do something different. Absolutely. So remember how I said, hey, you got to dare to dream, and like 1 is all about fire, and fire is all about going with your heart and being a little spontaneous, and 1 is about breaking away from the pack. So the 1 and the 4 together will look for something to justify that. And really what you need is like a change. So it's like you need to do something different. If the logical part of you is not sure if you can make this huge change, like within just quitting altogether, there needs to be a quitting of that and doing something else. I'm just blocking people. Hold on. Wow, there's a lot of random comments all of a sudden. Hold on. Multiple things at once. Isn't that so fun? Okay. So you are in the energy of you have to dare to dream and do a little bit differently. Okay. So you already feel that way. And like, what happens with one energy, and you're in the energy of one, is it will like put the fire into your butt. Be like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And so it'll make you restless. It will make you restless. And you said, my current job is funding my dream and I'm grateful for it. I'm also sick of it. Yeah. And so there has to be the change. So you can find a pivot within your current job that will allow you to still have the funding, but you're not doing the same old, same old. So there has to be a pivot that then opens a space for more pivoting going forward, but there has to be a pivot. One energy is not about keeping things the same. One energy is about uniqueness. One energy is about, I need to do what's good for me. Okay. And we can baby step that. We can plan that. That sounds paradoxical. We can plan, we can plan rebellion. We can plan breaking free. We can be practical about doing your own thing. Yes. And that's what we need to do in this case. Okay. It has to get done though, because there will be increased restlessness. So going into next year will be very, very frustrating if you don't make changes. You're going into a cycle of 2 next year, and that's all about emotional healing and release. And if you're not doing some of the release work now, which the 1 is really inviting you to do this with refreshed energy, you're going to feel very dragged down. You're going to be very, very frustrated. If you're not already feeling angry and frustrated and kind of want right now, it's going to be on steroids next year. So this is kind of an energetic warning. There has to be a 2-year cycle of change. There has to be a 2-year cycle of change. And I'm even going into 3 years. I really do think in 3 years, there's going to be a space for you to let your job go. Max 4. 3 to 4 years, there'll absolutely be a space for you to let your job go. Okay? But you have to pivot your energy to make space for that. And right now it's building up like you to feel like burdened, and it's actually affecting the way that you emotionally connect to things around you, because you do feel like disconnected within the large part of what you're devoting your day to. And so it's affecting your energy, and you're feeling disconnected in other areas. So watch your energy. Your energy is just as valuable as the money that you make at work. Energy is valuable, and your energy is irreplaceable. So what can we do? Because your energy longs to open up and do something different. What can we do for that? It doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all approach, but we have to do something about it. Okay, you're understanding that. Thank you. Let me make sure that I am blocking people causing a ruckus. Hold on. Okay. So I do feel like I said, in 3 to 4 years, there is going to be a place for you, whether you can retire or whether you can have a definite, it's going to be a big transition within job. Definitely. But right now there needs something to be done, because we can't wait. We can't wait. All we have now is the present. All we have now is the present. The future has no value. It's only the present. The past has no value. I shouldn't say the value, but I think you understand. These words are made for you, so you understand it as I'm saying it. There's the past and the future. Of course, we're going to be considering them, but all the energy is in the present, and really, that's what we need to be putting the most value on. I'm going to put it like that. So really assert the importance of that, and it's time for a change. It's time for a change. Let's see here. And the last thing that I'm going to say is it's very important for you to look over your, hold on a second. It's very important for you to, yes, make new connections this year, to put yourself out there, and whether it's partnering with new people for projects or teaching classes with people, or just kind of getting and shaking up life more. It's really important to get out and about, because this year is about you having a different perspective with the way that you're going about things. It's time to shake things up. All right, I'm going to say it like that. I'm going to give you a lot of love, and thank you so much, Jennifer. With that said, everybody, I will catch you on Friday. I will be doing the numerology hour on Friday, and then we're also going to be having Embracing Infinity with Jennifer Rose, and she has Alice Trev. I can't think of how to say her name all of a sudden. She has Alice, who's a fantastic psychic medium. She's from across the pond. She's from Scotland, and she's been serving for a very long time. So she's a lot of fantastic wisdom and insight. Trevorrow, I think that's right. Alice Trevorrow. With that said, you'll see me on in just a couple of days. I send you a lot of love. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today, and take care. I will see you soon. Go with love, luck, light, and don't forget to live, everybody. Bye.